The idea of having a capsule fragrance wardrobe, which comes from fashion obviously, is that having a few fragrances will help you make the most of them. By that I mean you will never feel overwhelmed by the choices. If you have a lot of fragrances, that's what happens. And you will nor feel like you do not have anything to wear on a special occasion. So it is a balance between hoarding or collecting and having a signature scent basically, which is all right for some people, but most of us want variety and want to have fun with fragrances, don't we? Anyways, in this post I'm going to share a few tips and a few ideas and recommendations for you to build your own capsule wardrobe. But before that, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell beside it. So let's get started. First of all, I have 3 different categories for this video. One is fresh and the other one is evening, not so fresh, and then the third category is being yourself. So the first one is probably going to be more crowd pleasing, because probably you're at work or in a public place where you do not want to give anyone any headache or offend anyone by a strong smelling perfume. So this is a safe sort of gift as well. Have a basic men's cologne that you can wear all year round or during the summer months especially. If you are trendy, you might want to wear your Sauvage or Invictus. These two are very popular. What I would pick myself are Allure Sport and Acqua di Parma Cipresso di Toscana. This one is a very basic fresh fragrance. It's nice. It's like a basic white shirt. Nothing offensive. Probably a bit too expensive for what it is, but nevertheless, it is a good, decent fragrance. Cipresso di Toscana is a very masculine fragrance. It's somewhere between a fougere and a woody aromatic. So it has got some aromatic notes like lavender and some spices which add an extra oomph to this fragrance. If you like to have only one fresh fragrance, get a bigger size, like a 200ml or 100ml. But if you like to switch things up, get a few medium-sized fresh fragrances. Some people prefer something cheap because they're going to wear a lot of them, so why use expensive fragrances? Plus, fresh fragrances usually do not tend to last very long. So get something from Versace or Calvin Klein, because the freshest from them, if not a new release, are usually almost always on sale. So something like CK Free, which has kathal, which has jackfruit at the top, but that kathalerata doesn't last long. If you are Bengali, you know what I mean, because that's only at the top. Or you can get Versace Pour Homme. They do a 200ml bottle as well, so that's a good bargain. Next category is evening wear. So when the temperature is lower, it can be at the evening, it can be in the colder months, it depends. Now, in this category, we have 2 subcategories, which are something like gourmand-ish and something not so sweet, but still dress up. The sweet gourmandish one is Atelier Cologne Cafe Tuberosa. This is a high energy man. It has loads and loads of coffee and chocolate in here. Think of a man with a bouquet of flowers, which also has tuberose, but he smells like chocolate and coffee. The tuberose doesn't stand out, so if that puts you off, let me tell you, Lacoste Blanc, Bulgari Man in Black, which are quite popular men's fragrances, also have tuberose. If you are not a coffee sort of person and you want more booze, go for Bulgari Man in Black. That's a lovely one with loads of rum and leather as well. The other sweet one is Givenchy Gentleman. This is not really very sweet, to be honest with you. At the base you can smell vanilla and amber, but what really makes it outstanding is iris. It also has some spices, some aromatic notes, but the powderiness of iris, it's just lovely. This one is also very outgoing type. It has huge projection, not for someone introvert. The next subcategory is evening but not so sweet, and I would go for something like Moschino Toy Boy or Commodity Book. This one is polarizing because it is very unique and not everyone is going to appreciate that rose heavy, woody, spicy, ambery fragrance, but this definitely catches attention. This is in an ironic bottle. It feels like it is a full-grown mature man who is confident enough to embrace his uniqueness, but he is trapped in the body of a man-child. Think of Ted, but a little more tall, dark and handsome. Well, he might not be tall, might not be dark, but definitely handsome. This is a handsome fragrance, in my opinion. The tweed jacket would be Commodity Book. If you do not wear this sort of fragrances every day and opt for just fresh ones, buy smaller sizes of them. They make more sense because you're not wasting as much, and in that way you're saving some money as well. Anyways, Commodity Book is very woody. I do not get any book from here. This is more like a library full of wooden bookshelves and wooden tables, and you can smell the woods very well. So it's Woody Woodpecker's favorite one. Let's move on to the last category, which is being you, being yourself. So since fragrances are closely linked with our emotions and our memories, it makes sense to have something in your collection that triggers any specific memory or emotion. Maybe have something that you wore on your wedding day or your first date, or if you look up to someone and you miss someone and you know their smell. It could be your father or your mother, something like Eau Sauvage that reminds you of, I don't know, father, grandfather, father or your grandfather, or someone you look up to but you miss them but they're not around and you want them to be here right now. Wear their fragrance to pay tribute to those moments you miss. Or if you grew up in a very religious family and you are also very religious and you love the smell of incense, go for Breath of God by Lush. That's Gorilla perfume, by the way. Or it could be something that you truly love but probably your peers wouldn't go for it, and no one would consider it as a compliment. Get her a panty dropper, and you do not care about that. That is confidence, true confidence that stands from within. That is sexier than any fragrance or all fragrances combined. And for my husband, this is Cartier La Panther. He wears it, and I was a bit surprised because this is not something he would probably pick. He picked this one, Allure Sport. If someone truly knows what he likes and wears it for that reason only, without offending anyone obviously, that is sexy. Confidence is sexy. Wear something with confidence that truly represents you, and like this video and comment below to share your thoughts, opinions, recommendations, anything basically. And don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.